And frankly speaking, if you look at his track record, Salman Khan is absolutely not a hero. If he was a hero, then he would have told us who killed Nurullah Sheikh. Salman Khan, if he spoke the truth, would have spoken at length and given long interviews and answered questions on whether under the influence of alcohol he drove over Nurullah Sheikh and injured 3 others outside a bakery under the wheels of his luxury car. You don't need a high-profile lawyer to defend yourself, face the cameras. If he was a hero and not just another rich brat who just hired expensive lawyers to deny everything and try and get away with a mix of media and legal pressure, then Salman Khan would have spoken a lot. He would have told us whether his police bodyguard, who said he saw a drunk Salman Khan kill a man in an accident, stuck to his version till he died of TB in 2007. Salman never spoke about that. And Salman Khan, who says he's being human, would think about these humans too. He would answer some real questions, but he won't. The track record of Salman Khan is to do something, deny it, hire expensive lawyers, drag the case, try and get away. And that's why today it's not just about killing a black buck. It's about having a feeling that because you're a star, you have a right to break the law. It's about justice versus arrogance. And this Bollywood, which is building this like some orchestrated pre-release PR campaign, and even the people of India are seeing through it. The fact of the matter is, Bollywood is on another planet. Bollywood doesn't know about what is being honorable and what is being dishonorable. And Bollywood needs to be told a few straight things. Bollywood needs to know there is nothing human or honorable about killing men or killing animals. There is nothing human or honorable about stocking guns after a massive terrorist attack. There is nothing honorable, human or right about speaking for fairness screams. But when it comes to Pakistan saying, it's too political, I can't talk about it, I can only speak about fairness screams. The fact of the matter is, Bollywood, which tries to use the sentiments of the people of this country, is not answering straight questions on any subject. Leave alone Pakistan, but the kind of orchestrated fake campaign they are building up for Salman Khan is absolutely questionable. That's debate number 1 this evening, coming your way 2 minutes from now. Salman is guilty, and also guilty is Bollywood, which is carrying out a massive, bizarre, orchestrated PR drive. Debate number 2, what do you do with a chief minister who goes rogue? She's gone and joined the stone pelters. She's anti-national, she's pro-Pakistan. Anti-national Mehbooba must either quit or be sacked. That's debate number 2. But here are the headlines before that this Thursday evening on The Debate Tonight. 20 years after poaching 2 black bucks, the law finally catches up with Salman Khan.
सोना तो नीचे ही पड़ेगा और खाना भी जेल के बर्तन भी दे दिए गए हैं.
No special treatment tonight for convict number 106. Salman spends at least 1 night in jail.
मुझे तो बुरा लग रहा है क्योंकि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री ने इतना सारा उनके ऊपर इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है, उनको नुकसान होगा. 20 साल बाद अभी उनको ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो गिल्टी हैं.
It's all about money once again for the film industry. Minutes after the verdict, Bollywood begins a bizarre Save Our Money, Save Salman campaign. Punished by the law but shielded by his blind fraternity, Bollywood fights for Bollywood. Mehbooba stone pelters have gone berserk, attempt to put CRPF bunker on fire in Srinagar as Mehbooba openly supports them.
एक्सेसिव फोर्स इस्तेमाल किया गया है. जिसने भी ये गलती की है, जिसने भी ये गुनाह किया है, उसके खिलाफ सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होगी और उसको सजा दी जाएगी.
And Mehbooba joins the stone pelters, launches a spirited attack on the forces. Why doesn't the BJP just ask her to get off her official position? Salman Khan is the picture of arrogance. He doesn't care about authorities or the law or the system. 20 years ago, he was arrogant while being questioned inside a Jodhpur police station for poaching 2 black bucks. Ladies and gentlemen, law has caught up with Salman Khan, so we should think now. Sentenced to 5 years in jail, he will spend at least tonight behind bars. But there's a bigger debate. Convict number 106 gets 4 blankets and a cell next to rape-accused Asaram. That's where he belongs tonight. I have questions for Bollywood, which is painting Salman as a martyr. My questions start in 2 minutes, and tonight, let's debate.
20 years ago, he was arrogant when faced with the law. This morning, as he walked into the Jodhpur court, even Salman knew justice would catch up. 20 years after hunting down 2 black bucks. But shockingly, Bollywood is again defending a convict.
बुरा लग रहा है क्योंकि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री ने इतना सारा उनके ऊपर इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है, उनको नुकसान होगा। 20 साल बाद अभी उनको ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो गिल्टी हैं।
कुछ राहत मिलनी चाहिए मैम अपर कोर्ट से आचरण को देखते हुए जो
मिलनी, हाँ जी मिलनी तो चाहिए।
अदालत ने फैसला दिया है, उस चश्मे से सलमान खान को नहीं समझा जा सकता। सलमान एक बेहतरीन इंसान है।
Being human is their reasoning, but in reality, Kaidi number 106 will sleep on a concrete slab tonight, just like rape convict Asaram Bapu. But that won't stop Bollywood.
सोना तो नीचे ही पड़ेगा और खाना भी, जेल के बर्तन भी दे दिए गए हैं। थोड़ा कुछ नाश्ता पानी भी लेके गए थे, लेकिन चूंकि सजायाफ्ताबंदी को नहीं देते हम बाहर से, तो वो नहीं दिया गया।
Today, the court jailed serial offender Salman, while his other co-stars walked away.
मुझे नहीं लगता है कि कंप्लीट जस्टिस हुआ है। आई थिंक सलमान को थोड़ा इनजस्टिस हुआ है।
First charged in 1998, it's taken 20 years for justice to be delivered.
Salman Khan is really a wonderful human being. I feel sorry about him. Now he's been convicted. He has got I think he must have got the right to go to the higher courts also.
While his friends and family complain, the fact is that prosecution submitted 28 testimonies, 115 pieces of evidence, including forensic details. The verdict, a victory for the Bishnoi community.
हम लोग इस फैसले का स्वागत करते हैं। ये स्वागत योग्य फैसला है।
Salman will appeal in the High Court, but for those defending the guilty, it is surely time to introspect.
The Sessions Court, of course, refused to hear the application today, and tomorrow is when the Sessions Court is going to be taking up Salman Khan's bail application. But for now, the superstar is going to be spending the night lodged in the central jail in Jodhpur.
Let's debate.
You know, Nasir Abdullah, can you get off the phone, please? You know, since you are from Bollywood and we haven't seen a more selfish bunch of people than you. Loyalty is loyalty, but what we are seeing today is not loyalty. It is disgusting. It is sickening selfishness, and let me tell you why. The entire bizarre Bollywood brigade believes that the sky is falling when Salman Khan is convicted. Doesn't speak one word in support of the army when it was being maligned by Shahid Afridi. That is why I call you selfish today. The debate is on. You know, there is no public sympathy for Salman Khan except among Bollywood people who are saying we're going to lose a lot of money. Nasir Abdullah, begin the debate. Everyone on the debate tonight. Let me welcome Hitesh Jain, Savita Haraj Hiremat walking into the studio right now. Nasir Abdullah, Asif Bhamla supporting Salman Khan, Trisha Reddy lawyer, Sachin Bangera, Associate Director of PETA India, Surendra Srivastav, Swapnil Kothari and Mrinalini Deshmukh, lawyers and activists. Welcome to the studio. Please, Nasir Abdullah, floor is yours.
Okay, first and foremost, I don't know who said that I'll be supporting. I was about to ask you earlier on, is it okay to be both ways? But anyway, the point remains, the law has gone by itself in the sense they have enacted the law, they have passed a judgment legally. It could have been worse. I think it could have been better. He might have got 2 years or less or more, I don't know. But I'm not supporting him because I have to support the law. And the law has gone by its dictates, the way it is, the way it was originally. So I'm not supporting
why is Bollywood going on why is Bollywood going on since morning like a broken record?
I don't take responsibility for Bollywood.
About poor. No.
I'm a failed actor. I'm a frustrated actor.
Savita, I'll come to you. Savita.
Salman rather on this because, you know, whatever said and done, it's a 20 years old case, and everyone grows mentally and physically in those 20 years, and there are other ways to do and, you know, punish the people than just putting them in behind the bar all the time.
You're saying Salman is a victim in this case?
Totally.
Why is he a victim?
As I said, you know, in 20 years, everyone has grown from that mistake, and obviously, if it is a mistake.
What mistake? What about the law? What mistake?
No. That's what I'm saying. The law cannot be just
killed something
putting
or
everyone.
someone. That's a mistake.
No. Every day, many things, many animals are getting killed every minute in this country. Are we
Salman
punishing?
can kill a few.
No. It's not that Salman.
Many
It's just
people
that why
die.
can't
Salman can kill a few people
also
as
at the
well.
same time? Why can't then? If you are saying that why you think
I am
it is the
asking you
first and the last time this happened?
Oh, so the first time and the last time there'll be a murder in this country. First and the last time a drunk cinema star.
This was not
first
that
and the
serious
last
a
time.
crime.
First and the last time a drunk cinema star. A drunk cinema star will drive over people, and the bodyguard will say that he saw the cinema star drive over people. I'm talking about this and that. Why is it that Bollywood is compelled to give 2 cents?
This is not the only.
Why is Bollywood giving 2 cents?
We are seeing this killing of an animal anyways.
No, Arnab,
because he's a Salman Khan, he's getting more punished and getting more noticed, and just becoming a media trial for him.
As much as we care for the killing of an animal, we have to also care for the human being. After all, he's been a superstar. And 20
After
years.
all,
he's a superstar.
Okay, he's a
superstar. 20 years of poaching and 20 years for the final judgment. It is a fairly long time. Imagine the pain, the trauma the star undergoes in his work sense also with the judgment coming after 20 years. The complainants as well as the star who's involved in that. And there is always a human angle to it also as well.
There's a human angle to what? Don't speak over each other. Don't speak over each other. Don't speak over each other. Human angle to what? Human angle to killing. Tell me the human angle to killing. Asif Bamla, tell me the human angle to killing. What is the human angle to killing? What is human about killing? What is human about killing? What is human about killing?
We don't have to argument anything against the judgment.
What is human about killing?
Having said that,
this is the most foolish and stupid argument I've heard
of. From the past 20 years.
In what way?
His foundation is doing a fantastic job, I think, in terms of supporting the children with special needs. So that angle also to a certain extent should be considered. You can't be so ruthless. I'm not saying again, the judgment is for the courts to take a call. But at the same time, there are many other aspects, and in the past also in such certain judgments, the court has been considerable in giving such judgments. So 5 years, I think, is fairly harsh. Although I don't disagree.
Keep it brief.
I don't oppose
Trisha, keep it brief.
Asif,
you are not making a speech. Relax. Trisha.
So 1 second. If you actually read the Wildlife Protection Act, which I'm sure Madam Nalini is way more learned than me, I hope she resonates with my opinion. He didn't just kill an animal, he killed the buck, which falls under Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, okay, which warranties for an aggravated offence. So normally it is up to 3 years. When you kill an animal under Schedule 1, it's minimum 3 years, which may extend to 7 years. So when you say, let's give him 2 years, let's give him this, that's not what the law mandates. Because special animals are recognized as endangered species. So it's not like we can just hold. May I complete my thought? Your enthusiasm for the killer has been well noted. So may I complete my thought now?
Continue your point.
Okay? This idea that a celebrity should get away because he's done a lot of humanitarian act is disappointing that even Jaya Bachchan says so. So 1 second. So tomorrow, hold on. 1 second. Let me just say, let me state my point. We live in a democracy where every citizen is equal in front of the eyes of the law. So tomorrow, if any other common citizen commits a heinous crime, who may not be able to have the money bank balance. A poor man, say, commits a crime.
So is the problem that he has a money bank balance?
No, Asif, don't be rhetorical. 1 minute. Can I, Asif, request you not to be a professional heckler on my program? Thank you very much.
Let me complete my thought.
Please.
I don't agree.
Now, can I just add one thing to what you're saying? Can I add in one thing to what you're saying?
This argument is self-defeating.
This is the most stupid argument that I've heard. Sorry. It's not extreme language. I am saying this with a lot of affection for you. I am saying with affection to you.
I beg to differ, Arnab.
I am saying this.
People are taking this to you in a religious tangent. They don't understand a star is a star who's loved and liked by people of all communities.
Asif, how far? Asif, a star is not above the law. Simple. Can you just be quiet for a while? Don't interrupt me mid-sentence. And as far as charity work is concerned, Ravi is on the debate. I'd say, Nirav Modi. Nirav Modi runs a Nirav Modi Foundation for financially backward students.
Correct.
Nirav Modi runs a Nirav Modi Foundation for financially backward students. Yeah, so he'll say, you know what? Where are the bleeding hearts for me as well? Vijay Mallya. Vijay Mallya gave 3 kgs of gold on it. Vijay Mallya gave the same principle. 1 minute. Asif, don't let me share.
After doing crores of...
I don't know who's better or worse. I am saying Vijay Mallya gave 3 kilos of gold. Can you not speak over me? It's irritating, sir. Vijay Mallya gave 3 kilos of gold. It would be irritating if I were to speak over you as well, which I haven't done yet. I only said with affection that you presented a very stupid argument right on top of my program today.
It may be stupid to you, but I am bringing my point to the people of the country.
I'm saying this.
You may have your viewpoint, but I have my viewpoint as Salman Khan, because I know we've stayed in Bandra. We know the transformation and changes that he's undergone throughout this past 20 years. So I think he should be not looked in the...
Mrinalini is on the debate. Mrinalini is on the debate. Please be quiet. Thank you, Mrinalini.
Mr. Asif, this is not a Salman PR forum. Please.
Exactly. We
Let us understand that.
I don't need to do that,
we are on a point of law. This is an act which has been...
20 years of pain and
So what? The act says so, and Trisha has put it exceedingly well what the act says and what an endangered species is. If you have committed a crime, and if this is what the trial court has come, why did the trial court acquit the others which are there? Why did they do it? If there was any other motive, or if it was a celebrity bashing that the court wanted to do,
what I'm asking you.
Which is what you're doing.
You're a lawyer, you know it better.
Because they were not involved in it. The actual thing was done.
Asif, you know what, Asif, go by the quality and not the quantity of your argument right now. Ravi Sharma is on the program, Swapnil is on the program, Surendra Srivastava is on the program, Ravi. Yes, Ravi, yes, which side are you on? Pro Salman, anti Salman? Or pro Salman on the wrong side as always? You're always on the wrong side, Ravi. You should be on the side of the law, but you're always on the wrong side.
Yeah, I'm on the right side of the law. I understand. Or not, the thing is, I understand law, and therefore I know the basics of criminal jurisprudence.
Don't try and impress me. Continue.
Disagree with you most of the times.
That's all. Don't impress me. I'm not impressed.
You have a right to criticize the Arushi Talwar judgment, High Court judgment. High Court judgment. I have a right to criticize the trial court judgment.
Sure.
You should understand the trial court judgment, the CGM's order is perverse. It's perverse on 4 counts. Listen to me. First, it disbelieves eyewitnesses when they and acquits Saif Ali Khan, Neelam and Tabu. He trusts the same eyewitnesses when it comes to convicting Salman Khan. Second thing, he says Salman Khan, because Salman Khan is a star.
Ravi, I have a question for you. Ravi, I have a question for you. You're such a wizard with the law. 1 second. Wait a while, Ravi. You're a wizard with the law.
All your questions.
Thank you very much. So my question to you is, do you know who Feroz Sheikh is? Do you know who Feroz Sheikh is? Do you know who Feroz Sheikh is? Gentlemen, do you know who Feroz Sheikh is?
Feroz Sheikh?
I'll tell you who Feroz Sheikh.
No, I don't.
Feroz Sheikh
no,
was Feroz Sheikh Swapnil was 12 years old when he lost his father. And Feroz Sheikh's father is Nurullah Sheikh. Nurullah Sheikh was sleeping outside A1 Bakery when a luxury car came and ran him over in 2002. Black bus case happens 97-98. This happens 4 years later. So would we know, does Feroz Sheikh have a right to know who killed his father? Does Feroz Sheikh have a right to know who killed his father? Does Feroz Sheikh have a right to know who killed his father?
But
answer me.
Have the court not acquitted Salman Khan?
Swapnil Kothari is on the debate.
Have the courts not acquitted Salman Khan in the case? Tell me or no.
Well, Ravi,
tell me or no. Have the courts not acquitted Salman Khan in that case?
Who killed Nurullah Sheikh? Who killed Nurullah Sheikh? Tell me.
Ravi.
Who killed Nurullah Sheikh? You tell me. Yeah, go on. Swapnil is Swapnil, go on, Swapnil.
Please.
Don't let Ravi heckle you. He's a professional heckler.
Exactly. The point is that the purpose of the debate is defeated if either of us speak over each other. So, Ravi, if you bear with me for a few minutes. Ravi, please do not take things personally. Please bear it. You have a different point of view than I do. So, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. We are all allowed to our own opinions. Now, as far as this particular aspect is concerned, you are talking about the acquittal from the Bombay High Court about the A1 Bakery case. That's a separate case. This is a black buck case. It follows the Chinkara case. In the Chinkara case, the judgment was absolutely clear. It was 5 years of imprisonment. May I finish, please? May I finish?
Continue, please. Continue.
Let me finish. Let me finish, Ravi Sharma. Let me finish, please. 5 years of conviction there in the Chinkara case, watertight case. Absolutely, the prosecution proved the case beyond reasonable doubt. The animal is the only thing which is different here. It's called a black buck. under section 51 of the Wildlife Protection Act, it is a crime to poach, to kill, to hunt animals. This is what Salman Khan has done. Now, whether he's a celebrity, whether he's a humane person, whether he doles out charity is absolutely irrelevant here. What is relevant here is whether he was present on that particular day, whether his gun was enough to kill the black buck, whether the pellets were capable of killing the black buck, and whether the black bucks did not die because they were unfed by the forest department, but because they were absolutely slaughtered and killed in so brazen a fashion. Yeah. So that's the reason why a person is convicted. Wait, Mr. Bamla, 1 second, please.
Let him speak. And the problem is, all of you is that you all lionize film stars to such a point where you can't hear one word against them. You've got a problem. You are completely biased and objective. Continue, Swapnil.
There seems to be a big hue and cry about the fact that there is one person who is convicted, whereas the rest of the 4 have been let off scot-free. Now, I'll tell you something. The section which was there, please, 1 second, please. There was no section 34 which was common intention. Under the IPC, there was section 149, unlawful assembly. If I am there along with a drunkard, and if a drunkard is arrested, does not mean that I also need to go and be arrested. There is not enough judgment. May I finish? May I finish?
1 second. 1 second. No, 1 second. Yeah, go on, Trisha. Trisha, you have to. Trisha, you must tell it. Let Trisha speak. Let Trisha speak. Don't speak over her.
Don't you think the
Asif, quiet. Asif, listen. Trisha, let Trisha speak.
Do you want to redefine our law? Are you
I'm not here to redefine.
Listen to her. Listen to her. She knows the law. Speak up, please.
In your enthusiasm to defend a convicted person, are you questioning the judgment of the people who written the act?
Mrinalini.
How
can you question the
court has done what is there within the purview of the act?
Yeah, how do you question the
The act says between 1 year and 6 years. It is the
5 years for a hit and run.
It is
5 years for a
voting case.
And the decision after 20 years.
Asif bhai,
Can you imagine?
Asif, listen.
It is the discretion of the judge to decide what the quantum.
I'll tell you one thing. Beyond the law, beyond anything. Silence, please. I am saying something. I'm speaking to a viewer for a while. And I'm saying to the viewer, I want them to stick their neck out and tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I want Surendra Srivastava to come into the debate, and Akashdeep Sabir, who's a filmmaker and actor, and is perennially for Bollywood, whether they do right, wrong, murder, kill, do whatever else. He's also going to be walking in right now. The question is, viewers, today it's not about the law. It's about the rich and the famous on the one side. I'm putting it very simply. It's about the rich, famous, influential, connected people on one side versus the common man on the other. And I'm appalled today that Jaya Bachchan and all these people say that we feel sorry for Salman Khan. You feel bad for the fact that Salman Khan has to circle the court all the time. But do you ever feel bad for people like Abdullah Sheikh? You know what happened to Abdullah Sheikh? This car, Salman Khan's Land Cruiser, went over Abdullah Sheikh. He was fractured, devastated. I'm linking up the two because there's a narrative to be made here. You know what Abdullah Sheikh said? Abdullah Sheikh said, मैं हिंदी में कह रहा हूँ, मेरी इतनी हैसियत नहीं है कि मैं सालों साल केस लड़ता रहूँ. कुछ और मुआवजा मिल जाता तो मेरे परिवार की जिंदगी सुधर जाती. Which means he says, I'm a poor man. I cannot fight a case for years and years. I'm not a Salman Khan. If I get some compensation, my family will be able to lead a better life. The question is about rich and famous people on the one side who can get away with anything. And Salman Khan's police bodyguard, Surendra Srivastava, Ravindra Patil, said till he died of tuberculosis in 2007, what did Salman do for him? He died. And he said Salman Khan was drunk, Salman Khan was at the wheels of a car, and he stuck to his statement till he died. I want to know whether that police, and what did the police, what was the police bodyguard's fault? The police bodyguard closes, I know he was acquitted, please. I know he was acquitted. That doesn't...
maligning or bribing the...
Mr. Bamla, will you stop it?
I can't shout over
Mr. Bamla, will you stop it, please?
And I am not
Mr. Bamla, will you stop? Mr. Bamla,
please have mercy on me.
Please. Mr. Bamla, Surendra Srivastava
is on the program.
My question is, sir, there will be no mercy on the program.
My point is very simple.
My point is about rich and famous versus the Aam Aadmi.
People are talking about celebrity status. Celebrities are not an ordinary citizen.
Absolutely.
They have a higher responsibility than an ordinary citizen. How they behave, act, it impacts the society as a whole, particularly young.
One second.
Therefore, no matter who is who, rule of law must prevail. I think today is the day when we must celebrate the rule of law has prevailed.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Number two.
Absolutely. We are on.
Number two.
After 20 years?
Number two.
Okay.
Number two. What is not to be celebrated?
Akashdeep will debate.
What is not to be celebrated is that our judicial system has failed and delivered the judgment after 20 years. I think that needs to be corrected. No, that does not mean. That does not mean. That does not mean. That does not mean the culprit can be let down.
No.
That does not mean.
Don't look at it just from the.
Secondly, in this country, the perception is very clear, and today I think there is a hope. Perception is that law does not work for influential people.
Is this the reason why this judgment has been given? Because you want to make a larger statement?
Unless that is set right, 80% people in the society will never get.
Sir, I'm asking you a very simple question. Why do we have law and order, policing and judiciary? You want a person who's convicted or who's proven to be guilty to go behind bars, have some retribution, redemption, whatever, all the hours of the world, and come out a better person, right? Can you want that to happen 20 years after the incident? Now you're sending him for 5 years. You think this period of retribution, regret, reform is not over? Just because he's Salman Khan, you want to make a last
just because system doesn't work? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's a very stupid.
I'm not absolving him of his crime.
He's committed a crime. No one can absolve him.
There is a delay.
Delay does not mean that he can be let off.
So what is the purpose of putting somebody behind bars?
Not everyone together. Not everyone together.
You wanted to regret and realize.
Sir, it is not about him. It is about the public. Public must get a message.
Okay, don't speak over each other. Don't speak over each other.
Don't you make money, don't I make money. If Salman Khan makes money, don't bring making money.
Can I deal with the Salman Chamcha Club? I'll deal with the Salman Chamcha Club. All right, I tell you, Akashdeep.
Who's not making money? These are wrong.
Akashdeep.
How is his making money got to do with this?
Because you're getting swayed by the
No way. No, what has his money got to do with us?
Akashdeep, may I please come in? May I come in with a point, Akashdeep?
20 years.
Akashdeep, listen to me. Akashdeep, listen to me. Let me tell you the story of a man called, quote unquote, Kunwar Raghuraj Pratap Singh. He's a dreaded mafia don from Uttar Pradesh. He's also known as Raja Bhaiya.
Yes.
Just like all of you people go Bhaijan. I'll tell you frankly, anything Bhaijan, everything Bhaijan can do no wrong. In fact, I know of a person called Bhaijan whose bodyguard tried to abuse in sexual terms an activist from a part of Mumbai. I'm not going into details, saying we'll sort you out. I will play for you the tape of that threat. You will then never in your life support a person who claims to be a movie star called Bhaijan when you know the language his bodyguard uses. Now, I'll go into that in detail another time. You can think about it. Let me tell you, this Raja Bhaiya, in his area, nobody will say anything against him. Platitude and praise. He has put some of his victims in acid, but platitude and praise. This is what I call in Hindi, chamchagiri. Let me be very clear with you. How are Raja Bhaiya's chamchas any different from Salman's, who has any case, murder, poaching, accident, facts? 1 minute, you'll blindly stand against him. I say to you, and I'll tell you about the. I say this to you.
Viewpoint is not chamchagiri.
Okay, so let me. I am putting it clearly to you. Raja Bhaiya has a roster of cases. That's my view. Raja Bhaiya has a roster of cases against him.
But Arnab, Raja Bhaiya and Salman, what a comparison.
Any comparison, I'm for analogy. Raja Bhaiya has a roster of cases against him. How is Salman any different? Now listen to me. Listen to me.
Difference between a gangster and an accident.
Listen to me. What is it? Let me both break the law. You know what the thing is? Both break the law. Can you come down to earth a little bit? Can you come down to earth? The problem with you guys from Bollywood is you asked a question on Bhaijan.
No.
How dare you question Bhaijan?
It's been 20 years.
It's the same attitude. Let me continue. You be quiet for a while. It's the same attitude like you said right now. We live in Bandra. nobody from Bandra can do any wrong. What kind of logic?
No. Who said that? But you said that anybody who supports Salman is a chamcha. Because I take strong objection to that. I don't think it should be my choice.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Why should we?
I haven't read it either.
I'm saying one thing. Listen to me.
I'm staying in Bandra. I can't hear. I can't listen to
Can you be quiet for a while?
He deserves 5 years.
Akash,
Since it's been 20 years,
one second.
we give him 2 years plus a fast.
Can you all be quiet? Lots of people are tweeting. And Akashdeep, curb your enthusiasm and you let me moderate the debate. People can't hear you guys if you talk over each other. Okay, you're not doing chamchagiri, you are just being supportive.
Exactly.
Some people will do chamchagiri, so I say it's in degree and extent. At one level it will be supporting, at an extreme where you're blind to all faults it becomes chamchagiri. Now is that all right? Politically correct enough for you, sir?
Fair enough.
Right? Fine, no?
Fair enough.
Fine. Okay, now let's continue. Now the point is, the question is, I want to build this supporter base back on earth. And my question, Hitesh is on the debate, let him come in, not feel excluded because he's not sitting here. You know what country we are living in? You people keep saying, you are mistreating him because he's a star. I said, no, we want equal level playing field. And we live in a country, Hitesh, in which a man is sent to jail in Chandigarh. For 8 years he goes to jail because he stole 100 rupees. This is a case, 2018. A local court in Chandigarh sentenced a man to 8 years in jail for robbing an auto rickshaw driver of 100 rupees. In the FIR, the auto rickshaw driver accused the convict, along with 2 juveniles, of threatening him and taking his wallet, which contained 100 rupees, when he was asked to pay the fare for the ride. The convict went before the court and said, "My lord, I plead guilty, but give me leniency. It is only 100 rupees. But the accused says, give him a tough punishment. Teach him that there is something in this country called a law. And for stealing 100 rupees, you go to jail for 8 years. You are convicted for 8 years. Where were all of you then? Would you say, now I want to go back to that man. And I want to look at that man in the eye and I want to say, you went to jail for... No, you can't. You stop complaining. That is the debate. That is the reality of this country. Am I wrong? Hitesh Jain is on the debate. Hitesh.
No, let me just...
All of you not together. Hitesh is on the debate. Hitesh is speaking. Silence. Hitesh and Ravi.
Let me answer some important question. People are talking about 20 years. Do you know why this trial has dragged on for 20 years? Because of multiple applications that have been made in the court, and it is only because of the stature of the person, therefore this trial went for 20 years. So don't feel sympathy. Rather, had it been any other accused, this matter would not have gone for 20 years.
Had it been any other accused,
can you be quiet? He always got the leniency when the trial has gone on for 20 years. For 20 years the matter has dragged on.
Can you not?
20 years the matter has been dragged on, and multiple numbers of applications that were filed, the multiple stay applications, multiple steps taken to stall the trial. That is the reality of the case.
Doesn't everyone do it, sir?
One of you decide who's speaking.
Why are you singling Salman Khan? Doesn't any and everybody who approaches the court
Hitesh and Ravi.
every possible
Hitesh and Ravi are on the
every possible
Hitesh and Ravi, cut them out. Hitesh and Ravi.
Salman Khan's celebrity law is not applicable. Salman Khan taking the case.
Ravi is debating. I can't hear it.
That cannot be the reasoning. That merely because he is a celebrity, merely because he is doing a charity, the only way he can be defended is whether there is a case that is made out. One has to look at very dispassionately. Either a case is made out against him or case is not made out against him.
Case is a delay in trial. Leniency in sentence should be shown.
So one has to look at dispassionately, not because he is a celebrity or because he is doing a charity.
Can I hear them?
I can understand those people who are screaming and supporting that in spite of that for the lack of evidence he is convicted. I can understand. Not a single person is claiming. Everyone is claiming that the judgment is proper. People are saying, why 5 years? Why not 2 years? Why not 1 year? This is not the way, because he is a celebrity.
Ravi.
He is doing a charity. There has to be a reasoned debate.
You should listen to me more carefully, Mr. Jain. I have said this, that the judgment is perverse because the High Court, because CJM has trusted witnesses while convicted Salman Khan as has chosen not
so
to trust.
how is this perverse? Is that can the CGM not believe the witness? Has the witness examined in front of you or before the judge? Merely because the judge has believed a witness, do you call him a perverse? Merely because that does not support the finding. So tomorrow, if someone gives the acquittal, does that judgment become perverse again?
Evidence is liable to be trusted.
I am telling you, I am on the argument of too harsh. Okay. Now, one gentlemen, do you know we broke a world record? Nasir did not speak for the last half an hour. One second, everyone quiet, please. And I request all of you to please allow me to moderate the debate. Thank you very much. Now, the problem with you is, Asif, that you wanted to be an anchor. You could not be, so you became a politician. But the problem is, you wanted to be an anchor. You could not be, so you became a politician. Don't take it out on me tonight. Now listen to me. Swapnil is on the debate. The problem is the shoe pinches when it's on the other foot. 1 minute. We live in a country. Akash. At the end of this debate, we'll decide who's against and for Bollywood, but don't speak over each other. We live in a country in which a bakery unit owner gets 2 years in jail and a 3.5 lakh rupee fine. Why? Because you put some garbage in the Yamuna. How is 10,000 rupees 5 years too harsh? Why is Bollywood whining? Why has Bollywood become a bunch of whiners? Why do they keep whining? Day in and day out, they whine about everything. They never do anything about everything. Why are they whining tonight? Swapnil. Bollywood has become a bunch of whiners.
See,
it's a known fact. Continue.
If what one expects out of Bollywood, if I may say, is some sort of equanimity, in this sense that, okay, if there is a judgment which has gone against Salman Khan, a particular Bollywood fraternity member, then it's so be it. He needs to be convicted because there is a violation of the law. Now, as far as the harshness of the sentence is concerned, anywhere the minimum punishment is 1 year and the maximum punishment is 6 years.
Absolutely.
So if I were to really look at the humane aspect of it, that he's doing charity and all that, according to me, possibly somebody else could have got 6 years. Let me finish my point. But in this case, he has got 5. Now that may be. May I finish? Let me. I'm coming. Mr. Bamla, I'm coming to that point. Now, stretching my argument further, if the sentence is perceived to be harsh by the Sessions Court when he goes in appeal, he will definitely go in appeal for an overturn. Let me finish, Akashdeep. Let me finish. All I'm trying to say is that this is a discretion. This is toying with numbers. This is a discretion which I feel that, okay, if the Sessions Court tomorrow feels that, okay, 5 years was too harsh, let's porter it down to 4 or 3. I'm talking of a big if there. According to me, it is not, for the simple reason that Black Buck has been killed in violation of Section 51. There is a minimum awarded and there is a maximum given, and I've come to the conclusion that it has to be 5 years and it needs to be awarded. Now, that is the thing. Now, the second most absurd argument which I'm hearing from a lot of people here is that it's taken 20 years. Now, if he was 20 years incarcerated, like a lot of under trials who've doing that and who eventually have been acquitted, I would understand that this is gross
Can
injustice.
I come to the incarceration argument with 1 point? One sec.
He has lived his life.
This whole business.
He's given a lot of hits.
The whole business.
He's been a successful man.
You're missing the point again.
No, I'm not missing the point. I'm simply telling you that he's lived his life.
Akash, listen to me. Akash, factual counter. No, this whole argument is given that the poor man has suffered 1 minute. Meenakshi will debate.
Before Bollywood bashing, one minute.
Can you stop behaving like a bouncer on the program?
No, I'm not. One human statement before you bash Bollywood.
I'm not, but you people are hustlers. You all in Bollywood people.
Okay. As an individual, 1 minute, Neil. Let me finish. As an individual, in 20 years, he's not somebody who's been shooting ever since. In 20 years, do you think regret, remorse, and reform hasn't happened?
I haven't seen it.
That is why I feel.
Okay. Meenakshi, I decided to respond. Swapnil, Meenakshi is responding. Be quiet.
How do you know that there has been remorse, there has been any kind of things in the... He has led a very successful...
You check his back record.
1 minute.
Exemplary.
Bakery accident in 2002?
Sir, you're again talking about
Mrinalini, he speaks.
This is after 1998. I don't think
Swapnil.
in the last 16 years you and me have impeccable records like him.
Oh, really? How do you decide?
Look at the charity. I can't say. I'm sorry. I haven't violated any law. I am not doing as much as him.
Akashdeep!
That's not for
Akashdeep, look at Meenakshi. She's responding to you.
Genuinely
One, be quiet. Be quiet. Meenakshi,
let us speak.
Mrinalini is responding. Can you be quiet, sir? Mrinalini, Asif, be quiet. Asif, be quiet.
My only concern is, even if it has taken 20 years, yes, this is the system which we are facing.
That's
we are all
No.
talking about it. Now, that's not what the issue here is. The question here is there an offence that has been committed, and has he been convicted for
the
it?
issue is 5 years after
and then
20.
if you are trying to say that in those 20 years he has undergone remorse, he has become a new person, I have no person. I have no person.
Can you be?
I have no personal knowledge. And he has also been, by the grace of God, a very successful person.
Now my point is,
God has
now you be
been
quiet.
kind to him.
Asif,
But that doesn't mean a wrong can be undone because of something which is good. A wrong is a wrong, and a wrong needs to be treated in a court.
Can I come in, Meenakshi? Asif, Akash, don't respond immediately. I'll tell you one thing. Now I turn the clock back. In 1993, there is a man who takes a bribe. The bribe is how much? 50 rupees. Okay, 17 years of litigation happened, and all levels of the court happened. After 17 years, right, the highest court in this country, which is the Supreme Court of India, says this man must be put in jail for 1 year for the Prevention of Corruption Act, and the man goes to jail. Right? You realize this? Now what you're saying is, but you know, this is Salman Khan, he's not an ordinary man. He suffered more because he's an extraordinary man. My question is, and listen to me, I am flipping every argument, I'm destroying each one. We live in a country where 17 years of litigation, after that the Supreme Court of this country upholds a sentence to a man for a jail term for taking 50 rupee bribe in 1993. What harsh? Why are you people whining? Exactly. Why is Bollywood whining like this?
It is harsh. That
why has Bollywood become a bunch of whiners?
Did not have voices standing for him, but that too is harsh.
Sachin Bangera, if you wish to come into the debate. No, I tell you, Sachin Bangera, if you wish to come into the debate. Sachin Bangera is from PETA, India. Sachin, make your point on your own. 1 second. Sachin, make your point on your own. Otherwise, you'll be left out of the debate. Sachin, go on.
One can't be human without being kind to all animals. And let's not get confused over here. The victim is not Salman Khan. Animals are. They paid the highest penalty. Their lives.
What
is really sad. The case got dragged to 20 years. It took 20 years. There are fast-track cases. And if you're talking about Salman Khan or an ordinary man, let me tell you, recently there was a case. It took place in Assam where 3 people got sentenced for 7 years for poaching rhinos.
Right.
So it's not just Salman Khan or an ordinary person. When it comes to law, no one is above the law.
Good point, Suraj. So Sachin, I'll come to you. Now I want to flip an argument and I want to get you into the debate, Nasir. You've been remarkably restrained, non-committal and quiet on the program. Maybe you are mulling your position, realizing how hypocritical Bollywood has been.
I know what
anyway,
I have to say.
just see the entire argument today, this foolish, shallow, insincere argument that has been put here. Savita and Nasir, you must come into it, that Salman Khan has been targeted for being quote-unquote a celebrity. This is a stupid argument. I'll tell you why. Because now, suppose I say tonight, forget Salman, forget Suraj Pancholi, forget Sanjay Dutt, all of them are celebrities. Read it from your minds and then let me ask you one question. What if an Aam Aadmi were to be found hoarding weapons from a terrorist after one of the first terrorist attacks on Indian soil? After the Mumbai blast, suppose an Aam Aadmi were to be keeping weapons in his house, would he still be celebrated? What if an Aam Aadmi, Savita, one more question. Savita, I'll ask you. No, Savita, what if an Aam Aadmi drove a car after being drunk and that car killed a person? Would the killer still be free?
No, not
okay.
at all.
What if an Aam Aadmi insulted rape victims?
So if we respect the judgment,
what if an Aam Aadmi said somebody, women should not be walking like rape victims?
Also.
You remember that comment? What if an Aam Aadmi, and I had the quote today, what if an Aam Aadmi...
I have to say something.
No, Savita, I want to hear Savita.
I am saying if we are not respecting that judgment where he's been convicted free, and now either we compare that or we just say, oh, this is not a right judgment or that was not right.
I'm not saying anything.
You are
I'm saying certainly
both.
that is the right
so
judgment.
That
any
was
judgment.
Right judgment.
I'm not questioning a judgment. I can question a judgment overall in the context of the fact that the killer is still not being found.
But if that case is over,
I am asking you. I have every right to question a judgment. It's not illegal to question a judgment, is it? It's not. Now my question is. What if an Aam Aadmi? What if an Aam Aadmi? You can't because they have not spoken. Nasir Abdullah, in the context, I'm not talking about Suraj Pancholi. I'm saying, what if an Aam Aadmi is charged with abetment to suicide for the death of an upcoming Bollywood actress? Would the person still be celebrated? And I'm not talking about Mahmood Farooqui. But what if an Aam Aadmi is accused of raping a 35-year-old American would Bollywood speak about it?
Yes.
Would they?
Yes.
Why have they been quiet in these cases?
I will.
Why have they? Bollywood hasn't.
I am.
Bollywood hasn't.
Bollywood is not
Bollywood
supposed
hasn't.
to make a statement.
No, every day happening.
Also,
what are you talking about?
I'm an individual also.
No,
they don't.
No,
you are
Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah, Nasir. Go on. Nasir. Finally.
Thank you.
Finally, Nasir.
Yeah, with Sanjay Dutt.
Yes.
I mean, I have to say that after the charges that were repeated by you, and they were true apparently, he was a lucky man because he was free for a very long time. Finally, even he had to go, and he had to spend the time, and he had leniency, and it's fine. I think also with Salman Khan, if the sentence had been asked to begin then for 5 years, imagine what his life would have been. He's a lucky man too.
No, what is this? What is this being human logic today?
No, I'm not talking about being human. I am saying he's a lucky man because he was able to exercise a certain amount of the force and the power to keep him free for so long.
That's right.
And I do think, really I do think that leniency, I would please, my last line, it's in your favor, it's in his favor. My last line is, I know the family a bit like hundreds of others, and I wish that the sentence could be brought down by half or less, added. He has to be penalized. He ought to be penalized, really. So a kind of a community service.
What is this
to
bogus?
Do stuff.
What is this bogus?
Because meaning he can atone.
Meenakshi.
He can atone monetarily. Penalize monetarily. That's what I say. I wish it could come down.
No, why? Everything is not money. Everything is not money. And who are you and me to debate?
I know everything is not money.
Who are we to debate on the quantum? We cannot debate on the quantum.
But this is my feeling.
But that is what the discretion of the court, that is how the system is. So why are you trying to say, Akashji, why are you trying to say that because it is Mr. Salman Khan, the judge has said no, you are Mr. Salman Khan, so you will go behind bars for 5 years.
There's an example being made of the celebrity.
That's not how it was. It is the gravity. It is the gravity, and as Trisha has rightly put it, the gravity of the offence that the court has taken into consideration.
It dilutes after 20
and they have done what they thought was fit and proper in the case. And you and I cannot decide.
Even the Supreme Court has pointed out that delayed judgments are detrimental. Even the Supreme Court has said that.
I request you, Akashdeep, I'll tell you Bollywood.
They've said
enough of Bollywood. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why about Bollywood. You know, all of these last 3 days. All of these last 3 days. I want to talk to Akashdeep and everyone. This Bollywood industry, entertainment industry. Last 3 days, people across India have been saying, please take a position on Shahid Afridi. Please speak. Bollywood went under. You know why? Because your films make money in Pakistan.
No.
Now my question is, and please understand this. What cause are you trying to help? The Pakistanis who kill our soldiers? Because when you sit here and you lecture about this being human argument, and when Bollywood goes on and on about Salman Khan being a victim, an enemy nation called Pakistan is trying to use your words and say that my courts are anti-Muslim. I cannot believe it. How? Where will Bollywood stop? I am saying today that Khwaja Asif, minister in Pakistan, is going ahead and saying Salman Khan is being jailed because he's a Muslim, and you are allowing that. You are allowing that. You should speak up.
We condemn that.
you condemn that?
Condemn that. Condemn that.
I condemn it. You're
Then why are you supporting Salman on this
We
case?
condemn
Why don't you
that.
support the court? It's
If
your...
a minister is talking... Can I answer as a Muslim, please? 1 minute.
It's a Muslim.
If a Pakistani leader is commenting, I don't see any right of his to comment on this. It's our country's problem. Salman Khan is a national hero of the country. People of all castes and community like him. I think he's liked by the non-Muslims as much as he's liked by the Muslims. And I'm sure.
Who are they to lecture us?
He should not be able to lecture us.
I'd say this.
Who are they to lecture us? We don't even need.
Why are these Muslim groups typecasting him to one community? An actor or a celebrity is not confined to one community per se. He is the country's asset, and I think people across all communities love them and respect them. So I think these Muslim elements who are utilizing this communal line should be definitely,
Closing the debate.
Arnab, one question.
Closing the debate. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes on the other side. I take a break. The debate will continue 5 minutes on the other side after the break. I'll extend the debate. 5 minutes on the other side. Srivastav is back on the debate and wants to make a point about the rule of law. Go ahead, Mr. Srivastav. Go ahead. If you can be allowed to speak by the pro-Bollywood side, please.
Oh my God!
It's a very simple thing.
Yeah, go on.
Do we really want rule of law to prevail in this country?
Oh yes,
or
we do.
Emotions to run this country? I think we need to decide that.
What is the pro-Bollywood?
Second thing.
What is the Bollywood?
Just for Salman, for all.
Second thing. Second thing. Please,
silence.
Can you give me?
No one is against the
So you
judgment.
have spoken enough. Please have water. Please allow me to speak.
Go on.
Second thing is that if rule of law has to be established, I think this judgment sends two signals. One, of course, punishment takes place for Salman Khan, but it also sends a signal to the people of India that कानून के लंबे हाथ हैं, बच नहीं सकता कोई. I think that is more important than having actual punishment.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. One of you.
One second.
ऐसे भी बहुत सारे लोग
कानून के हाथ लंबे हमेशा होने चाहिए. उसके लिए एक मिनट कानून के हाथ हमेशा लंबे होने चाहिए. उसके लिए judicial reforms, police reforms, crime investigation should be independent. All those things have to be worked out, and a lot of people are working, pushing this government to do a lot of changes in these reforms. And that is a part of the work. But that does not mean that the people cannot be convicted.
Asif.
What kind of a country do you want to live in where you're saying don't look at one crime, look at another crime? What kind of a civilized country do you want to live in when your argument is don't look at one crime, look at another crime? I just want to make one point.
Asif, stop it.
I just want to make one point. The message that we're putting across to common citizens of India is very clear right now. The message that you all are putting across is do whatever crime, provided you have star power, provided you have money, provided you can say you've done enough humanitarian work, provided you've done enough humanitarian work, you can get away with crime. That is a very dangerous message to put out to society.
Can I request you?
That is a very dangerous message to put out in society. That is not the way a civilized country should work. And none of you are refuting the fact that he's killed the animal. You are saying forget the fact that he's killed animal. None of you are refuting the fact. Agreeing that he's guilty, but we are saying regardless of being guilty,
after 20 years will get 5 years.
Regardless of being guilty, forget the crime.
I can't hear any of you. Thank you very much. So when I make a request that one of you speak, because sitting in close physical and audio proximity of each other, it would be nice and rather chivalrous of you if you would allow Savita to have one word.
Yes,
She's been sitting there for a long while and you've been going on and on like Salman Khan.
Yes.
Continue, please.
I'm saying we are not against whatever, even if we are saying whatever he's done, he should be punished. But the kind of punishment came after 20 years, that's the only debate we are doing. And we just don't want to be isolated as because we are Bollywood, pro-Bollywood, so we should be given extra punishments and extra
I'll tell you one thing,
attention.
Savita, I'll tell you, everything comes in life with an expiry date.
Correct.
Now let me tell you.
Why not judgment?
Salman Khan's legal luck streak when it comes to court cases has also come with an expiry date. He spent you keep talking about his suffering. He spent only 5 days in jail from October 12, 1998 till October 17, 1998 until now. What is wrong if the court imposes a proper sentence on him? It is good if the law is finally caught up. Point one, isn't it good when the law catches up with him, the Jodhpur magistrate asked Salman 60 questions. You know how arrogant he was in court? Do you know how he behaved in court? Do you know his impertinence in court? You know what he kept saying? He insulted the court, Savita. He kept saying galat, 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 galat 60 times. That's a humiliation of the court. You think that just because he's a star he can get away with it? I'd say the judiciary that has finally rendered justice to the Beachroy community, which protects and reveres back bucks that Salman poaches, finally has caught up with him. You cannot insult the court, humiliate the court, behave like a brat in a courtroom. Yes. There are 115 pieces of evidence, and what I find appalling today, and anyone can debate this with me, is that you are treating this like it's a whimsical decision. It's not a whimsical decision. 115 different pieces of evidence. They are the lawyers, not me. Yeah. In no case do you get 115 different pieces of evidence, which means you were lying.
Absolutely.
You lied. You lied in a courtroom. You lied when all the information came in. You are caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Now you're crying and whining and crying and whining and lobbying and crying and whining and doing PR cases. What is this going on? Please, swap. You're guilty. That's it.
The thing that I want to point out is, as Arnab rightly pointed out, he gave you those 2-3 comparative cases. A thievery of 50 rupees and a thievery of 100 rupees and a bribe of 50 rupees. If that fetches you conviction, then certainly killing black bucks does. Now, as far as the 20 years later on, the tardiness or the probity that you mentioned is concerned, if you go on the Republic TV's website, there is an entire sequence of the date and the chronology of events that has taken place right from 1998 till date that tells you that why there has been those 20 years. Now the third and mainly because of the several applications. May I finish?
Let him finish.
I've heard you guys, I've understood your point. All I'm saying is that it is primarily because of the exhaustion of as many tiers or as many applications that you can make.
Well said.
And the last point that Arnab made was very, very appropriate, that if at every juncture when the court asks you, and the only thing that you have to say, and yes, you are within your legal rights to say, I'm shutting up, because it is the prosecution's onus to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt. So I'm just going to sit quiet. But then at the same time, may I finish? Mr. Bhamla, please, let me finish. Mr. Bhamla, please.
I disagree. Don't you want to repeat it 100 times?
Mr. Bhamla, मुझे खत्म करने दो. अरे Mr. Bhamla, मेरी बात तो सुनिए.
Please.
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ? मेरी बात तो सुनिए. At every juncture, if you say galat, and if your demeanor in the court of law appears to be impertinent, brazen, brash, even that fetches you. That even that at the end of the day. At the end of the day,
debating about this.
Mr. Bhamla, at the end of the day, I am a lower court judge. I am a judge. I am a human being. I am a judge.
This on prime time today because it's a Salman Khan case.
Please be quiet. Thank you.
Sorry, there is no Salman Khan's case here.
Enough.
Let me finish.
Asif, you are interrupting.
Mr. Bhamla, hear me out. There is no Salman Khan here, even if it was, anybody else, whatever name you want to take, Raju Khan or Raju, whatever you want to take, it doesn't really matter. If there is evidence in front of me, then and if I find the behavior of the accused in front of me absolutely impertinent, brash, then even if I have 3 years in my mind or 4 years in my mind, and if I find that this person doesn't seem to have remorse even after 20 years of his exhaustion of his entire freedom and ensuring hits after the other, and he's lived his life fully like you and me, regardless of the pressure that he's had, I'm going to add one more year, and I'm going to say that go to the appellate court and get
Nasir is speaking, Akash.
If it is true that his behavior in front of
so I had to stop Akash to let Nasir speak. 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Nasir. If it is true, and I had this thought, and I agree with you, sir, that if there was a behavior like that, and if I was a judge or I was the magistrate, whoever hearing him out, I would get very offended. And I have a feeling that because of that, they
Nasir,
decided.
Nasir, I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you one thing. Now let me present one point. The argument presented. There is only.
I'm just saying maybe.
Nasir. I got 3 minutes. Chinkara. One second. Just listen to me. There are 3 other cases. And therefore, my point is, and that's why where we will close today. Salman Khan has got away in multiple cases. At all points of time, you guys kept ahead and said courts are great. So you get away with multiple cases, courts are great. One case you get in, oh, we the poor celebrities suppressed by the courts. Now let me tell you. No, bashed by the courts. Let me tell you. He is free in the Bhawar Chinkara poaching case. The allegation against Salman Khan in the Bhawar Chinkara poaching case, that he hunted a chinkara in the border of a village near Jodhpur, approached the High Court, etc. there. Ghoda farm poaching case, where he allegedly hunted 2 chinkaras, sentenced to 5 years in prison in 2006. The case was discharged in 2017. What is the problem in this case? And also, he was acquitted in the arms case. There was an Arms Act case against him last January. He was acquitted in that case. So each time he gets acquitted, Bollywood says the courts of India are great. No, 1 minute. Courts of India are great, celebrities never get bad treatment, all people are equal, fantastic, nobody died in the A1 bakery case, nobody ran everybody over, you keep getting away, you keep getting parole. As long as the law works, Meenakshi, for this Bollywood fraternity, the law is great. One case, you spend 1 night in jail and you create such a how-halla about it, Meenakshi, as if the entire legal system is flawed against celebrities. Can there be anything more, Mrinalini, can there be anything more absolutely hypocritical and shallow than this?
I think Arnab has put it in a very succinct manner. The fact of the matter is that today, please look at it as a case. Please look at it as the offence that has been committed, and please do not overreact to the sentence which is there, because this is a prerogative and the discretion of the judge to decide after taking into consideration. And if you're talking about 20 years, that means the judge has to read the entire record, and he's applied his mind. He's gone through the witnesses, the evidences before.
I want to show something.
The evidences before.
No, you can't. I have a closing comment today. I have a closing comment today. Akash. No, Akash. I want to show something. I want Akash. No time. Akash, go on.
Bollywood is not against the.
I tell you one thing.
You're talking about the sentence.
People across India should give a copy of this to Salman Khan, and the Salman Khan club, Salman Khan fan club should also understand this. This article has been sent to me by a viewer. Viewer's name is Milan Kesina. Milan, thank you very much. Hindi का article है बेटिया का मामला लिखा गया है इधर, और इसका हेडलाइन है हिंदुस्तान पेपर का आर्टिकल है जिसमें लिखा गया है 186 रुपए लूटने के लिए आरोपित का नाम नहीं है, 37 साल बाद बरी. So in a person who for taking 186 rupees, for stealing 186 rupees gets convicted after 37 years. Right? Is that good? आप इस देश में 35-40 साल बाद 186 रुपए के लिए कन्विक्ट हो सकते हैं, और इधर आप प्रो सलमान ग्रुप इस आर्टिकल को पढ़ें. I propose this should be sent. The point is a man got bail 37 years after a man.
That's wrong too.
Well, I'm wrapping this up. I thank you very much. The question being made is about whether everybody is equal in front of the law. The debate will be on. Let's see. Let's hope Salman Khan does not get away with just 1 night in jail. I hope not. I'll follow this up. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1. Thank you.